More like the snack cam.
I look awesome.
All right, guys, we are live. It's March Madness. How freaking excited are you guys? I know me and Billy are excited. I know he's excited because he's over there winning money, taking the casinos to the bank, taking them to the cleaners. And I know people will say, oh, you know, they don't build bigger casinos because people are losing. I'm telling you, somebody's got to win. And I'm not saying it's going to be you. And I'm not saying that I'm going to be right when I give you guys advice or picks. But the story of the game is this. Casinos have to maintain about a 19% profit margin. If it's real scientific. And when they differ from that, like there's investigations. There was investigations here in Washington State when casinos were going under 19%, and then they found out that there was a bunch of dealers that were being paid. It was actually the biggest scandal in the history of casinos, I believe. This was hundreds of millions of dollars. Ended up going across the country, but it started here in Washington State, Tacoma. Congrats on winning your bets, Billy. What's up, Robert? The Drunken Charge in the house. To Gonzaga first half minus 3.5 with the first half over at 70. 0.5 points. Got it at plus 290. So let's go Zag and let's go points. Yes, I hope they win by that, man. All right, starting lineups coming up. I'm going to pause this. Oh, is it not going to let me pause it for a minute? Yes, it is. Because I need to write down the ones for Georgia. Because I am late on my homework, I will admit. Everybody knows Graham Ike, the forward, the star forward, number 13, over in Gonzaga, one of the leading scorers in the nation. Of course, we know Ryan Nembhard, number 0. He is a returning senior. Him and Ike, both seniors this year. We get one more year. We don't get one more year of Nolan Hickman, also at guard, also a senior. So we're going to lose him. It's going to be a huge rebuilding season next year for Gonzaga. So I hope they can go deep this year. They're going to have a tough path because they didn't win as many games as I think a lot of people expected them to during the regular season. They had 8 losses, end up coming here with the number 8 seed. I think they're in a good position to win today. But here's the problem. If they win today, the winner of this game faces number 1 ranked Houston. And nobody wants to face Houston right now. I'm not saying it's not possible that they could win, but it's not desirable. It's not a desirable matchup for anybody. And I know there is a lot of brackets out there that actually have Houston winning the whole thing. Wanted to take McNeese money line, but already put one I had on Zag's bet. Dude, McNeese, last time I seen, they were freaking destroying Clemson, right? DraftKings is offering live bet specials all day. They just did McNeese plus 100, and they're up by 18. DraftKings hooking people up today and tomorrow. Nice. All right. Well, we happen to be sponsored by DraftKings. So if you're over there on DraftKings, you want to get some of those deals, hey, get a little bit more of a deal. Here's some free cash to gamble. So deposit $5, win any $5 bet. You're going to get up to $200 in free bets. I'm going to get some free bets. Chef Johnson, I know, has already done this. I think some others have done this. It is legit, guys. All right, I'm going to be behind for a moment. I'm sorry. I will catch up during the commercial break, but I need to get the starting lineup here. For Georgia. And if I'm being honest, I did not have all the jersey numbers memorized for Gonzaga, and I threw away my notes from last time, or I lost them somewhere. I don't usually throw them away, but my office it needs some reorganization. I got 3 days off, so that's what I'll be doing besides picks. Besides casinos and streaming and all that. What's up, PBR in the house? What's going on, my man? Cheers. Cheers and beers, my friend. Never have too much PBR, right? Mark Few, the coach there for the Gonzaga Bulldogs. We're going to go live. I might be All right, we are live. Here is the tip-off, boys and girls. And it will go to the Georgia Bulldogs, the little bitch dogs. Took the over. McNeese versus Clemson, 115 points. Oh, that's gonna cash, right? What are they at, Billy? That's the total? Oh, it's McNeese 31, Clemson 13 at the half. Damn, yeah, I would take McNeese at the half. They are out reboarding the shit out of them. And Georgia takes the first shot of the game and they miss it. And here come the Zags with 19:35 left in the first half. 3-ball from the corner! And Gonzaga on the board early. That's Braden Hoffman. He is the sophomore. We'll get a few more years more out of him. Oh, excuse me, that was Hickman. Hickman wasn't listed as a starter today. And Georgia misses again. There is a defensive rebound. Or no, offensive rebound for Georgia. And the ball's out. Let's see, who was that off of? I put up 44 and first. Yeah, that's... Sorry, man. Yeah, I just looked at that. I didn't realize how low scoring that game was. And here come the Zag. There's Nembhard to number 99. Khalif Battle with the second score of the game. And the Zags go up early, 5-0. Khalif Battle being allowed, given a waiver to play during this NCAA tournament. He has actually graduated, so we will definitely not see him in Jersey again. And Georgia misses, and here comes Gonzaga. That was Battle with the rebound. Nembhard passes it on the inside. And Braden Huff takes the shot. He misses, but he is fouled, and he'll go to the line on a shooting foul. Yeah, look at that beautiful drive earlier from Khalif Battle straight to the basket. That's some old school stuff. Braden Huff at the line. And he hits the first, so he will shoot 2. 1-1 here in NCAA. Unless until you get in over penalty. So 6-0 Gonzaga. There is the second shot. In and out. Rebound Georgia. I actually couldn't bet Gonzaga, Billy. In Washington State, we are not allowed to bet on local college teams. So any college team that plays in Washington. And Georgia crashing the boards. And Gonzaga forces a jump ball tie-up. Possession arrow towards them. Gonzaga will take over up 6-0. Gonzaga has had 39 NCAA tournament wins since 2003. The Bitch Dogs, 0. Oh, and Gonzaga, beautiful pass inside. Gets away, though. Gonzaga, one of the best teams in all of NCAA basketball, all college basketball in the paint. And ball goes back to Gonzaga. They will throw it in. That's back to Braden Huff. He's going to post up. Nice little baby hook. Somewhere Hakeem Olajuwon's watching and he's proud. And Georgia taking it up physically, and Gonzaga with the steal, and the wheel, and the deal. And that's number 13. Oh, beautiful little jumper just in and out. And it will go back to Georgia. Georgia looks like trash. It's still very early, but yeah, Gonzaga's definitely dominating the game early. I wish I could have bet this, Billy. I really wish I could have. Are you surprised that Gonzaga wasn't seeded higher, Billy? Because I'll be honest, I was. So what did St. Mary's get? They got either a 5 or a 6. And Gonzaga won their tournament. I know St. Mary's had a better record. There's Nembhard with a 3 out of the corner, and he gets the lucky bounce. Everything going right for the Gonzaga Bully Dogs at the moment, and they are bullying the Georgia Bitch Dogs, who just threw it out of bounds with 16:46 left in this game. Yeah, look at that for Nembhard. You don't get much luckier bounces than that. But what is it? Even the great Michael Jordan said, I'd rather be lucky than good. Of course, he was both. All right, guys, if you were way ahead of me, you probably were. I just went live. All right, so Gonzaga up 13-0. Wow, Georgia still has not scored over 4 minutes into this game, and there's some aggressive physical play under the hoop, and Georgia gets their first basket of the game. Congratulations, Georgia. You made it. 5 out of 6 from the field for Gonzaga so far. 13 posted up. He is double teamed, and he don't give a damn. Another baby hook under the basket, 15-3. That is Mr. Graham Ike, one of the top scorers in the NCAA this season and the star of the Gonzaga Bulldogs. Only thing we normally have to worry about with Ike is him getting in foul trouble. The selection committee sucks. At Mary's is a 7 seed. Yeah, I think St. Mary's should win. I think they'll probably win their first game. But yeah, I thought Gonzaga would be a 6. I thought they would be a 6 or a 7, and I thought they would be above St. Mary's. St. Mary's only had 5 losses during the regular season. They did beat Gonzaga earlier in the month head-to-head, but when it mattered, Gonzaga swept through the tournament. They went 25-8. I said St. Mary's just with the 5 losses, but I thought that tournament was supposed to mean more. Georgia with the 3-ball out of the corner misses, gets the defensive rebound, still can't get it to go down, but it looked like there's going to be a foul on the Zags. Let's see who it's on. See Graham Ike averaging over 17 points a game. Asa Newell, the star of the Georgia Bulldogs, over 15. That big number for Graham Ike, though, 5.1 fouls per game. For those that don't know, you're only allowed 5 fouls in college basketball. So that means he fouls out on average. I think Vanderbilt is going to blow St. Mary's off the court. Interesting. You going to bet that one, Billy? I haven't watched much Vanderbilt this year. Few highlights maybe. Georgia misses the first free throw, hits the second, and they get 3 points on the board. Way to go, buddy. You made a free throw. And Nembhard shoots a bullet inside. Georgia not waiting, not on it, but Georgia ends up getting the ball back anyways. Nembhard throws a faulty pass there to Battle. Battle misses it. Georgia, good wherewithal to throw the ball off of a Zag player as they were going out of bounds. That is the first turnover of the game for the Zags. 5 turnovers so far in the first 5.5 minutes for Georgia. And there's a pass on the inside for Georgia, and they're going to call a travel. That's interesting because isn't St. Mary's the favorite in that game, Billy? I want to say they are. And number 6 BYU, number 11 VCU in a tight battle with 2:21 left in the first half, 31-26 over there. A lot of these other games a blowout. Oh, and look at that, another 3-ball for the Zags. And that's going to be Hickman again. That's 2 threes for him. 3 for 3 for the Zags on the 3-ball today. 18-3 Bulldog. If they play like this, if Gonzaga plays like this, they have a shot against Houston. There is no doubt. What was that old song from the 90s? No diggity, no doubt. 6 turnovers now for Georgia. Gonzaga has scored 12 points off of those turnovers. And there's another one. There's turnover number 7 for the Georgia Bulldogs. They have 7 turnovers. They are just 1 of 8 from the field, 1 of 2 from the line. And here comes Ryan Nembhard. That is not the point guard you want to be dealing with down by 15 at the beginning of the game. And beautiful passing underneath for the Zags, but some triple team. They're going to have to pass it back out. There's Hickman again. And there's the 3 ball from the corner. They are on fire. Somebody call the fire department. Somebody grab an extinguisher because the Zags are 4 for 4 from the 3-point line. And Georgia is rumbling, fumbling, stumbling to their own demise on the other side of the court. Oh, and that's Asa Newell. Took a little Ric Flair chop. I need points. Bulldogs, pick it up, boys. Hey, who's leaving? We only got 2 people in here. Keep it running if you leave this chat. You guys know the rules. Well, now it says 5. Who knows? Some days I feel like there could be 30 people in here, and YouTube would tell me there was 2. Oh, we got an official review here. Oh, Georgia needs some freaking counseling. They need to see a psychiatrist. It's a good hustle play. Oh, he got poked by his own teammate.
Gene Steratore has been busy all day long. Gene, what did you see on this one here?
You know, Tommy, I think you guys got it right. It looked like friendly fire. It was a scene.
So that was Cox that accidentally poked Asa Newell in the eye. Henry Cejudo would sympathize with him.
Which is great. We get back to basketball again.
I'm sure does sympathize with him.
Voice and good tone.
I sure will, Tom.
Look at it one more time. Incidental contacts. Gonzaga will have the ball. Up 21 to 3.
So you need over 70.5 at the half? Gonzaga's not a high-scoring team, man. Not generally. They're 4 for 4 today from the 3-point line, though. And look at that. Number 34. That's Braden Huff again, the sophomore on the inside with a little baby hook. Oh, she's so smooth. She's so smooth. She feels so good going in. And here come the Georgia Bulldogs, and just nothing going down for them right now. There's a miss. Oh, look at the defensive play on the other side. Gonzaga going up for the monster jam. And good on that Georgia player there. I missed who it was. Coming back and playing defense. It will go back to the Zags. And 12.5 left in the first half. There's Hickman from the outside. Pass it in and out. There's Huff again. And look at that! Look at the smooth touch from the sophomore Braden Huff. And Gonzaga is on a 10-0 run just like that. 25-3 Zags. And Georgia's going to miss a 3-pointer. They were wide open too. And there's the pass down the field to Hickman. Back out to Huff. Nembhard with the ball at the top of the key. Back to Huff. Back to Nembhard. And that's a basket underneath. Number 33, Greg with the lay-in. Gonzaga can just not miss today. And Georgia's going to have to call a timeout at 11:43. They're saying, stop the bleeding. Need the combined points to be over 70.5. Well, yeah, Gonzaga's going to have to score 60 of them at this rate. Because Georgia's not going to get you a lot of points, it doesn't look like, Billy. They look completely starstruck today. I mean, they're down by 24 points, and we're not even 10 minutes into the game. They're down by 24. I mean, this is insane. Where can I watch along? It's on Max, Robert. It's on Max and TNT, but I know you got Max, so go to HBO Max, and the first thing on there should say NCAA coverage. Click that events, and then it'll say click Gonzaga versus Georgia. So yeah, anybody looking to watch along, TNT or TNT on Max. Man, what an absolute blowout. Who would have thunk? Already, Georgia is a 25-1 underdog. If you want to pick up Georgia, it's plus 2,500. You can't even bet on Gonzaga anymore. That ship has sailed. Oh, wow. Look at this, though. I don't know if that's an error, Billy, but jump on this. You can take Gonzaga. It says on my screen you can take Gonzaga 6.5 at -1. That can't be right. This is the ESPN side. Let me look on DraftKings. It says you can get -115 on Gonzaga at 6.5 points. I don't see how that could be correct. Oh, I can't see Gonzaga on DraftKings on mine because it's Washington State. Oh, TBS. Sorry, Billy. I said TNT. But either way, it's on Max. Because everything on TBS, TNT, I believe True TV, you can all get on Max now. Look at this. Gonzaga 11 for 14, 4 of 4 from the three-point line with just one turnover. Georgia 1 for 11, 0 for 4 from the three-point line, 7 turnovers, and Gonzaga has scored 15 points off those 7 turnovers. Braden Huff is leading the Gonzaga Bulldogs with 7 points, 3 for 3 from the field. Asa Newell leading for Georgia with just 2 points so far. And Georgia will take over 11:40-39, 11:38 on the clock. This would be the largest comeback this season for Georgia. They did come back when they were down by 17 against LSU. So, not impossible. There's still a lot of basketball to play. Less than 9 minutes into this game. And there's maybe a little push-off that Georgia got away with, but they're going to get the basket. Maybe end the foul. TV timeout, and Georgia puts a few more points on the board, 27-5. You're almost there mathematically, Billy, to get to 70.5, because you're less than halfway through the first half, and it's at 32. So 70.5 is not possible. Gonzaga is minus 21.5 or minus 115 is the current line. That sounds more like it. ESPN just didn't update their points line. Is it like that for you there, Billy? Can you bet on Colorado college teams, or are you blocked from doing that? Because, yeah, we can't bet on the Cougs, the Huskies. No Washington State college sports at all. Which I understand the reason for that. And those guys are, not paid, or some of them paid very little, even though they're allowed to take some payments now. It seems like it would be very or at least, I don't know about very easy, but it wouldn't be near as hard to bribe one of these guys in college, especially if they're not going to go on to the pros. You know, to throw a couple turnovers and, you know, tell some local people, hey, this is what I'm going to do. Place this bet, or maybe they even place it on themselves because they think nobody's watching them. Now, if they live on a border city, of course, somebody could, you know, go over to Oregon or whatever, but it makes it a little harder. There's only so much you can do to fight corruption. All right, guys, there are new players getting in the game every day right now on day trading because of the volatility of the market and of crypto. These guys are making a full-time income from just sitting there watching trades and numbers on their computer. I mean, what better way is there to make money? Go over to Robinhood. Well, real easy way to make money is go over to Robinhood. Click that link. They're going to give you a free stock valued up to $200, and you're going to get commission-free trades on stocks on every major market and most major crypto. Howdy, Dean. What's going on? Dean, hope you have an amazing day, my friend. Yes, thank you, Bill. You too. Found it on my streamy side. Nice. I thought you had HBO Max, though. Oh, yes, we can bet on local college teams. We can't bet on an individual player's stats, though. Okay, so just a little different law there. And Georgia is going to miss the free throw like they've missed just about everything else today. And Gonzaga's, they're going to maybe slow this down a little bit here. Billy's not going to like that. Oh, there's the three ball from the outside. Number 99, Khalif Battle. Just as I said, they're going to slow it down. There's another three ball. There you go, Billy. You're halfway there with 11 minutes left. I think you might win that bet. I'm rooting for you. 70.5. And there's Georgia. That helps you too. 37. And Gonzaga shoots a three. That is the first three-pointer they have missed today. Georgia with the rebound. 3 fouls per team. 10, 20, 19, 18 left in the half. Georgia's going to shoot another three. Rims out. Offensive rebound. And they're going to shoot another three. And it's in there. 30-10. Hey, right at the 10-minute mark, Billy. That's a total of 40. You got this, man. They're going to score 70. What's up, Jason Kagan? I'm going with Gabriel Gonzaga. Oh, I should have pulled that poll a long time ago. Oops. You guys already had 60% for Gonzaga before we started, though. And Gonzaga turns the ball over for a moment, but then Georgia can't keep it in back. Well, it is going to go back to Georgia. Okay. Georgia just 4 of 15 from the field, 1 of 6 in the three-point line. They're even only 1 of 3 from the free throw line. What are we doing here? Basketball. Okay, dude, it's March Madness. It's the greatest time of the year. And here comes Georgia at number 10. He is... Oh, they're going to say he traveled.
Watch this. The drive, and Ike just stands him up.
I mean, he kept his hands high.
Oh, no. They're going to call a charging foul on Godfrey. Graham Ike was completely set, and Godfrey just elbowed into him. You know, Ike didn't even need to flop like a lot of these guys do. He didn't even need to flop. The judge has seen it. And Gonzaga will take over 30-10 with 9 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first. And there's another three ball for Gonzaga. That's going to be a miss. And it looks like it's going to go back to Georgia. Have a friend who is a bookie in Bloomington Normal. Every March, he has to hire me for collections. Rich kids that call the cops. No thanks. At Drunken Charge MMA, what up? Dude, you would be a total enforcer, though. But yeah, the whole cop thing, I get that. And Georgia misses Gonzaga with the defensive rebound. 8:35 left in the first. Ike thought about taking the three. Picks it back up. Misses the baby hook. Rattles off the rim with 8.5 minutes left in the half. Scoreless minute for both teams here. And there's Georgia in the paint. Missing. I prefer peace in the valley. I've been a collector, Jason. And not always on the legal side. I'll just put it that for that. We'll leave that a private conversation for office stream. And that is the second foul already on Graham Ike. As you mentioned, he averages 5.1 fouls per game. You're only allowed 5 fouls in college basketball. It means he fouls out a lot. And the first free throw there for Georgia is good. And they cut Gonzaga's lead to 19. I prefer money, but I enjoy collecting, Jason. Personal, like in your face, like collecting, especially from scumbags. I wouldn't collect for some big business like a Walmart or an Amazon or, anybody that's a 7-figure business. Screw that. But if I'm collecting because like somebody screwed over a single mother or just, screwed over my friends, they're not going to pay because, they don't think they have to. I'm all about that. 7-0 run here for Georgia. 30-12 with just over 8 minutes left in the first half. And there is Huff on the inside. Misses. And there's a couple misses from Gonzaga. Looks like there is going to be a foul, though, on Georgia with 7:55 left in the half. Last time I watched college ball was Duke, DePaul, and Seton Hall running everything. DePaul and Seton Hall, not so much now, but Duke is a #1 seed this year. I actually picked him to win the national championship. So what do you think, Billy? What are the chances of Gonzaga beating Houston? Houston will probably have to play pretty bad, huh? All right, 8 up in the chat. Don't forget to hit that like button. If you can't chat, you just got to be subscribed for 1 minute. Take care of that right now and hit that share button so we can grow this stream. We are doing the March Madness thing. That was the mid 80s. Duke's always in on it, man. Duke is always in. When was the last time they missed an NCAA tournament, Billy? Have they missed one since the 80s? I don't know that there's been a year since the 80s that they haven't at least went to the tournament. I know Gonzaga played them 1 year in the national championship and lost. But at least we made it. And yes, I say we like it's my team. Like I'm part of it. Like I did something for them to score 30 points. I sat here, drank beer, and yelled at my TV. So I would have to shoot the lights out. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I certainly don't favor them against Houston, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible. Didn't Houston, weren't they in trouble a little bit at the beginning of the game today? First 10 minutes or so? So you never know. Mikey, you literally have a volcano in your backyard and you're watching basketball. Sure as shit, man. We're just used to it now. They give warnings well before. You know, Mount St. Helens, we're not too far from Mount St. Helens. When it blew in 1980, they had plenty of warnings for people. All right, there is Mike White, the head coach of Georgia. Georgia is on a 7-0 run. Well, somebody's going to have to shoot the lights out for you to get your 70.5. Volcano proof, Jason. Well, maybe you're volcano proof up there. I don't know about here. If Rainier blew, I think we'd at least have to leave for the day. All right, Gonzaga at the line and in and out for Braden Huff. He'll shoot one more. Possession arrow is to Georgia, and he misses them both. So unlike Huff, Gonzaga just 1 for 4 from the free throw line today. That is the only thing they haven't done great today. Mikey, I seen a time-lapsed, super slow-mo video of the side of Mount St. Helens sliding off and exploding. Oh, yeah, we've seen ton of them. I remember they were selling ashes here. It was a huge thing, even still when I was in school, because, I mean, I was 2 years old when it blew up. But, you know, they talked about it a lot in school because it hadn't really been that long. 3.5 scoreless minutes here for the Zags. Come on, get something up, guys. And Braden Huff, he's gonna call him over. Oh, he wanted to take it himself, I think, but he has to pass it out to Nembhard. Nembhard out to the three-point line. And there's another one. Khalif Battle once again, number 99. He is 2 for 4 in the three-point line, and the Zags go up 33-12. Oh, to 14. Georgia scoring quickly. That was a quick turnaround. You got to turn around quickly, Gonzaga. So 47 Billy. 7 minutes left. They're going to make Billy sweat this out. Billy needs 70.5 points total. So 71 scored in the first half to cash his bet. So I'm actually rooting for every shot to go in right now, regardless of the side. 6 fouls for Gonzaga, 4 for Georgia. And Georgia gets the three-point play as the free throw is good. 33-15, and that one goes right up. Kickball on Georgia. So total is 48 with 6:53 left. Somebody's going to have to get hot again for Billy to get his money. And there's Braden Huff, the baby hook. How did that not go in?
It was a good rebound, too. He landed on his backside.
So, Braden Huff gets the rebound, gets it taken away. They're going to say possession Gonzaga. Jason, when the bitch blew in 80, my wife at the time felt it, and she's a crapper. In Bakersfield. Oh, Lord. All right, Huff with the ball around the three-point line. Oh, and look at that move by Battle. Khalif Battle playing like he is trying to get a spot on an NBA team, and he is. That's 10 points for him. 6:22 left in this half. 35-15 Gonzaga. You say Gonzaga, I say Gonzaga. Let's call the whole thing off. What a move. Jordan-esque, may I say, from Khalif Battle. And I do not say that often. That was like the poster I had as a kid on my wall, the wrap around with both hands around the side of the rim. What a play. And Silas at the line for Georgia. Silas DeMar hits the first. Oh, look at the backflips there from the cheerleaders. Synchronized backflips. That is mad skills. 6:22 left in this half. And that one's in and out. Gonzaga gets the ball. That is Battle there with the offensive rebound. Battle to Nembhard. And it looks like Nembhard traveled there. He took an extra step.
He is an incredible student of the game. I say the answers for 3 W's. Who to get the ball to, when and where. You see he drags his pivot foot right there.
Yeah, see, he just got off balance and dragged his pivot foot. He won't have to worry about that in the NBA. They never call travel. Not exactly a great game tonight for Nembhard. Just 3 points, 3 assists, and 2 turnovers. He led the league in assists during the regular season, did Ryan Nembhard. I believe. You want to double check that for me, Billy? Billy can just check his brain. All right, Dakota LeFew at the line. The guard for Georgia, and he's going to miss that free throw. Rebound from Graham Ike of Gonzaga under the 6-minute mark. Let's get some points up here, guys.
Against Diani. That's his first. And it's the 19th foul for Gonzaga.
An offensive foul on Gonzaga. Just a little shoulder check on the inside. Not smart. Back-to-back turnovers for the Zags. And both careless. Oh, and the nasty dunk on the inside for Georgia. 35-18. Total of 53, Billy. Yeah, they're going to make you sweat. Battle on the outside. He's been on fire the whole game. He's going to take it the whole way. Wow, Khalif Battle putting on a show here. And that's 37 for the Zags. And 12 for Battle. And Georgia makes that one. These guys are heating up and in the air. Look at this. You want to talk about some pro plays. This Battle one just taking on the whole team. And then on the other side of the floor, here from Georgia, look at that, number 7, the fadeaway with the contact. 57, Billy. Just over 5 minutes left. How much is that bet for, Mr. Hughes? And Georgia hits the free throw to complete the 3-point play. So 58-point total, 37-21 Gonzaga. And Gonzaga is going to miss again off defensive rebound for Georgia. Georgia within 16. They've trailed by as much as 24.
What do you think here, Jeff? We're right at midcourt.
And that's Silas DeMar bringing that up.
You gotta have all 3 feet and ball passed.
The pass from Kane.
It looked like it from
And that is 10 fouls now for Gonzaga. That could really hurt them down the stretch. Silas DeMar at the line. 5 points today. And he makes the first one. 37-22 total is 59. You need 12 more points, Billy. 12 points in 4 minutes and 40 seconds. It can happen. Somebody's going to need to go on a run here, though. 4:40, and here is the second free throw for Silas. And he makes it. So you're 11 points away now. Total of 60, just over 4.5 minutes left in the first half. And there's Hickman from the outside, back to battle. And Hickman for the three, just off the front of the rim.
That foul is on Kane.
And I have a whistle and a foul on number 0, Kane.
Right into him.
Yeah, no question.
Oh, he fouled him on a three-pointer too.
Nolan Hickman to the free throw line where he's 92.3%.
Be there early on the
Does he get 3 free throws in college, Billy? I'm not sure. So there's 38. And yes, he does. Hits the second, 39. 8 points for Hickman today. 2 of 3 from the field. 2 of 2 from the line now. Third one coming up. And he is perfect on those 3. 40-23 Gonzaga. And here comes Georgia. Started 1 of 11 from the field. They are 6 of 10 since then. And they trail by 17. And there's Silas DeMar on the outside. Passes it to the three-point line. Air ball. Gonzaga with the rebound. And there's a turnover. Number 24 can't put it down for Gonzaga. Georgia coming back. There's Kane. Passing it into a double team. And another 3-point air ball for Georgia. Wow, they just stink from the three-point line today. Dylan James. Dude, you're trying to get to the pros. You can't even hit the rim. 3:40 left in this first half as you go to a commercial break. At Dean Hamper, few people outside of Bakersfield know that it was a mecca. Oh, it was the mecca of country western music. It was the anti-Nashville. Yeah, I didn't know that. I know Bakersfield because I know they used to film all the game shows there. They filmed like Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy and Price is Right. I think pretty much everything back then was all in Bakersfield. Damn, that is so far. What is that? 10 hours away at least, Dean? Probably more. Probably a good 600 miles. Maybe 1,000. Trying to think, where's St. Helens and where's Bakersfield? Yeah, that's a long ways away. All right, what's everybody eating, drinking, smoking? Man, I love NCAA basketball because I can be drinking beer at 2 in the afternoon and it feels normal. It's not day drinking for the sports on. It's just sports drinking. Just part of the game. The original Gone in 60 Seconds in the early 70s was filmed in Bakersfield. I'm going to have to watch that. Was it any good, Jason? I'll be honest, I've never seen either one of them. I've seen some obscure movies, and then a lot of the ones that everybody's seen, like, I got no idea. Just got off work. It's my Friday. I'm smoking weed and drinking coffee. Nice. Hey, it's the weekend. You got no work. You got to get high, right? What kind of coffee you drinking? Tell me dark roast. Tell me it's not that light bitch roast. These Starbucks drinkers here. I'll take a blonde with stevia. No, you won't. Go home. Go home. Go drink some tea. Wow, no close calls. All games have been double-digit victories today. And that is including a number 12 over a number 5 upset. And Gonzaga from the outside. Look at that! Hickman once again hits the dagger. 43-23. You just need 5 more points, Billy. Hickman 3 for 3 from the 3-point line today. That's amazing. 5 more points combined from these two teams, and Billy cashes his bet. Oh, man. And nobody's safe. Not even the announcers. Look at this battle. Battle putting in a game / combine here for any NBA NBA scouts out here. You want this guy. If you're drafting, you want this guy, Khalif Battle. And you're probably going to get him fairly deep in the draft. And look at this, number 1 from Georgia shooting from way out. That's why the 3-point line isn't way back there at half court, dude. Somebody tell him he could get a lot closer before he shoots that. Be a lot more likely to make it. Let's watch time come up, and it will always be amazing. That is a great movie. All right, Georgia to the line. And Asa Newell will hit the first to give Georgia 24. Oh, you are there, Billy. You're going to cash. Munching on shrimp with lemon juice and tapatio. Oh, sounds good, man. And he hits the second. Oh, I'm telling you, Billy's going to score. He just needs 3 more points in this half between both teams combined. And then it's beers for everybody. Right, Billy? Nemhard on the outside, and it turns it over. Ryan Nemhard's been uncharacteristically inaccurate today. Lucky for him, the rest of his team has been shooting the lights out, and Gonzaga jumps on that ball. Georgia has the possession error. No, they're going to say that's a foul on Georgia. The 6th foul. That's one John Clad Van Dam. Yes, sir. Yep, kickboxing in the rain. Drunken charge is highfalutin. Right? Original gone in 60 seconds for being an independently funded produced film. Was awesome. Big chases with real cops. Tremendous film. They used a 70 Mach 1 Mustang. I'm drinking Folgers. Oh! Look at that. Another 3 for Hickman. And he is having an out-of-body experience at the moment. 4 for 4 from the 3-point line. 15 points for him. And the most important thing is, Billy, you just cashed. With a $1.57 left in this half, Billy bet the over to be over 70.5 and the Zags to be, up by 3.5 points or more? Dude, you cashed with plenty to spare. Great bet. And Battle will go to the line for the Zags. All right, no more scoring from Georgia now. Billy's got his money. 12 points today for Khalif Battle. 12 points, 5 rebounds, 5 of 7th in the field. Cash it. Ka-ching, baby. Get that money. Get that money, son. I have one bet so far. College basketball this season before it even became a thing. Oregon Indiana at Oregon. I put 180 on Oregon to win 121 for a cash of 301. And there's another free throw goes through there for Gonzaga. 1:45 left in the first. Oh, and look at the jumper in and out. It looked good. Looked good for Silas, but he couldn't get it to go down. Here come the Zags looking to double up. Battle from the outside. Barely misses the three. I'm telling you, though, guys, Khalif Battle, this is not just, him fighting for his college career. This is an NBA tryout for him. And beautiful hook shot there for number 14 of Georgia, Asa Newell. And that gets them to 27. Nembhard on the outside, passes back out to the perimeter. Give it to Hickman. That guy's going to burn a hole in the ball. 8 seconds left in the half. Newhart passing on the outside to Battle, who's going to jam it down. Phi Slamma Jamma in your face. Oh, my.
There's 17 panels over there between the sideline and
Oh, excuse me. That wasn't Battle.
deep corner. If you got a big size, I don't know what size shoe you have. You only got 3 feet 3 inches.
Okay, so they're going to say that's a turnover. Did he travel? I didn't have the audio.
Gotta have the right foot.
Wasn't an offensive foul at least. 3-pointer from the outside for Georgia. Misses. Gonzaga with the rebound. And there's about 8 seconds between the game and the shot clock. And the Zags are going to call a timeout up by 21 with 33.4 seconds in the first half. Yo, what's up, Phil, baby? Cheers. Phil, Gratz, Wyatt. Oh, you mean Billy? Is Wyatt in there? I didn't see why. You mean congrats to Billy, I think. Shoe went out of bounds. Ah, okay. I missed it. Good eye, Robert. Back foot. All right. Man, 21-point lead. This is not how I seen this game going. I did mention before the game started, so I'm not saying it afterwards. Billy heard me. I was talking to Billy. I said, I think Gonzaga is improperly seated. I think that they should be higher. I did not expect them to be blowing Georgia out in the first half like this, but I did expect them to win this game. Now, knock on wood, it's far from over. Khalif Battle, 14 points and 7 rebounds in the first half. What a game he's had. And they're going to give it back to Battle. And it's stripped. Here comes Georgia with 18 seconds left in the first half. All right, Georgia looks like they're going to hold out for the last shot of the half. 10 seconds left. And it's a 3, and it's in and out. And the Zags are going to shoot it from full court. Man, the way things are going for them today, I'm a little surprised it didn't make it. But we're going to go to halftime with the number 8 Gonzaga Bulldogs leading the Georgia Bulldogs 48-27. Number 9th ranked Bulldogs. Sorry, who was it that won the bet? Billy. Yes, Billy won the bet. I know Wyatt, basketball was his favorite sport at one time. I don't know if it is still. And there's Hickman. Man, that guy, Nolan Hickman, 4 of 4 from the 3-point line. 15 points in the first half. Plus 17 points combined for the win. And the first, yes, sir. Just cracked a beer. Going up on the hill to split wood. I'll bring you guys with me. All right, sounds good, man. All right, let's get some call-ins. Nobody's been calling in recently. Into shows, I've been hanging around late, and I've been feeling lonely. 425-791-8730 is the number. You can call in and you can talk about basketball. You can talk about March Madness. You can talk about the MMA card, the UFC card that's coming up this Saturday. Leon Edwards and Sean Brady. That's a good card for a fight night. It's out of London. It better be. Those tickets ain't cheap. Oh, sorry. Grats to you, Billy. What's up, Clavit in the house? What's going on, my man? I seen him over in Arcade Chaos's stream earlier. I was trolling Arcade a little bit. I'll admit it. He was getting a little fired up. I'll have to let him know I was trolling him later. My bet on the McNeese Clemson over actually just hit 2. Oh, sweet. Yeah, let's get some updates from around the league here. Bet VCU money line, so looks like I'll be 3-1 on the day. Oh, sweet. Mr. Kagan.
Let's talk about a dirty Russian a slow dirty Russian shutting down the best striker in the division, causing John Jones to lose interest, and then all of a sudden get scared of having to fight his fucking destiny. Let's talk about that.
Oh, the fact that he just said he needs 6 months to prepare for Aspinall?
6 months. Let's just forget about International Fight Week, which would bump up his action another 2 or 3 million, and fucking run like a bitch.
Dude, they need to strip him.
Let's do that. But he's still got to fight Jones, though. He has to fight Jones. If Jones has a heartbeat and he's not collecting Social Security, he has to fight Jones.
They got to, but they got to strip Jones. If he doesn't fight by July, how do you not strip him?
Well, Dana has a love-hate relationship with John Jones. Like, he loves John Jones when John Jones is being the company man, but when John Jones gets wild and stupid, he hates that motherfucker. Oh, wait a second. The man is a sport killer. That man is a sport killer. He's taking up all the talent. He's bringing it to his gym. I don't know. What do you get? Look, I hate John Jones. I don't hate John Jones because he's the best to ever do it. I hate John Jones because he's the best to ever do it, but because of his own stupidity, he allowed the asterisk to be put next to his fucking name.
Yes.
You understand? The steroid use.
And I don't think he needed it.
I don't either. But, you know, it gives you confidence to do shit like spinning wheel kicks a la fucking Vitor Belfort.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Michael Bisping's eye.
Yeah.
You know, fucking, you know, if...
Oh, speaking of that, just real quick, I have a solution for that. So, I think Vitor should have to give Bisping one of his eyes. I think that's only fair.
I think Bisping should be able to chop off 3 of his fucking toes with a short axe. Fuck losing an eye, man.
Does anybody know you can't transplant an eye, right? Even if you like put it on ice, that can't be a thing.
Apparently you can. I don't know.
Huh. Well, then Belfort owes Bisping an eye.
I think Mikey's okay with not having the eye after so long, just like I am. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So fucking, I say chop off 3 of that motherfucker's toes so he can never do a spinning heel kick again.
Yeah, that works too.
That fucking piece of shit. So now that Alex Pineda is seen to be human in 2 weight classes, who does the UFC got? Who do they got?
Oh, for Ankalaev?
No, who do they got for the poster, bro?
Dude, nobody.
Nobody.
I mean, you got Jones, kind of. You got Aspinall. If Aspinall beats Jones, Aspinall is big in the UK. And that is definitely something. He's big in Europe. He might not be big here. But he can move the meter.
Would you put Aspinall over Stipe.
Like all time?
On a regular day, you lock him in a cage, a very small cage. Would you put Aspinall over Stipe?
Best ever Stipe, best ever Aspinall. Is that what you? Or if
down the list of monsters.
Are we talking about 42-year-old Stipe, or are we talking about prime Stipe?
I'm talking about a Stipe that doesn't have to worry about getting hit by God's fist. A la Nagano.
So prime for prime. I don't know. I just really haven't seen enough from Aspinall, I think, to make an educated guess on that. You know, I'm a big Stipe fan.
He defended the strap 4 times, bro. 4 times.
I'd like to think that he beats Aspinall.
Do you think Aspinall beats Ngannou?
Stylistically match. No. I think Ngannou finds that chin. We just haven't seen Aspinall's chin be tested like by a guy anywhere close to that. I mean, he was tested by Curtis Blades.
We thought Pavlovich was going to do it, but he just fucking freight trained into Pavlovich. Didn't give him any time to set up.
Yeah, and same thing with Curtis Blades. I mean, he took him out quickly and violently.
You want to hang out with that big motherfucker in the fucking cage? I don't.
No.
Not Curtis Blades.
No, thank you.
No. He's got the reach. Curtis Blades just fights at an awkward angle. He's like a very large Keith Jardine. I think, you know, if I'm Francis Ngannou going through sports news right now, I'm laughing my ass off. I am laughing my ass off because the lineal champ is in another goddamn organization. Nobody took the belt. Nobody took
absolutely, 100%.
I think the UFC is fucking up. I think they sold it to the commies in 2016, and they fucked up. They fucked up.
I mean, they got enough money. They can do whatever they want now, but yeah.
Well, if you look at it from a business standpoint, you own the WWE, which is like fucking $100 billion a year, and then you own the UFC, right? Like, that's like extra sauce on the side for them. Like, I don't know. If I'm a communist fucking Chinese fucking business and my number one goal as a government is to weaken the fucking United States, I'm gonna run the premier fighting organization on television into the ground. That's what I'm gonna do, bro. That's what I'm gonna do. Who's fighting this weekend?
Sean Brady and Leon Edwards.
I got my buddy on Leon.
He's actually an underdog on that in that fight. He's a plus 140, but he might have staff.
Leon?
Yeah.
Shit. Do these guys ever get into a fucking fight healthy? Ever?
I don't understand why everybody doesn't use defense soap. People, we've all known about it for 10 fucking years at least.
Clean your fucking mats, dude. Shit.
Phil says, damn commies. Robert says, I bet we see.
Not what it was. Listen, dude, I would dare to say that the UFC was bigger the day it announced Fight Island during COVID than it is today.
Probably. They were the only thing going on, too.
How do you go from McGregor to being the only show, period? No basketball, no football, no baseball. Yeah. How do you go from McGregor to that to we don't know who we're going to put on the poster?
Yeah.
How do you go from that?
That's a good question. Like the stars and stuff now. And I mean, okay, this week is easy because it's a fight night. So it's not a pay-per-view, and obviously, you know, it's Leon Edwards and Sean Brady on that poster. And Leon Edwards is still a star in the UK.
Leon Edwards is highly underrated, if you ask me. Has been.
Agreed.
Leon Edwards is Jorge Masvidal if he would have fucking applied himself.
I got a question. Why has Leon Edwards never been given credit for beating Kamaru Usman twice?
Because Kamaru Usman's knees were put into serious question for that fight and 2 fights beforehand.
But he was destroying everybody. I think you still have to give him a lot of credit for those wins.
I absolutely do. I give him credit for how he did it. He withstood Usman for like the only other fight you can compare to that, and no one else has brought this up, is Silva Sonnen 1.
Yeah.
Usman was handily beating this motherfucker for 24 minutes.
Yep.
And then he fell for a right-hand feint, dipped to the left side, that left shin came up, bing, and everybody just shut up. Even Joe Rogan or whoever was there wasn't yelling and screaming for like the first 5 seconds. It was like, the only thing I can compare it to is one of the times I saw somebody get shot to death in a room in front of a room full of people. Everybody just shut the fuck up. Everybody just shut the fuck up because we're like, oh, that just happened. Instead of, oh my God, whoa. It was.
Yeah, I would compare it to George Foreman knocking out Michael Moorer for the heavyweight championship.
I laughed my ass off when he did that. He got him with that straight 1-2, ding, ding. And Michael Moorer was on the ground.
Yeah.
And my stepdad was, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? My stepdad never believed in a fucking underdog.
Did he bet on Moorer?
He was a Southsider. No, I'm talking about Foreman. He was a Southsider. He was a Sox fan. He wasn't a Cubs fan. You understand?
Yeah.
And I love an underdog. Like last weekend, was it last weekend where I said those 2 Caucasian dudes looked like they didn't know they were supposed to lose before the fight? Was that last weekend? Where I'm like, they look like they're about ready to fight, you know? And they were the underdogs. Who were they? Like, the names aren't important.
Oh, but, yeah, I don't remember. There was that was a good card with a lot of, like, guys that nobody fucking knows who they are.
And that's a fucking shame because all these undercard and lower level main card guys are the motherfuckers saving these fucking shows.
Yeah.
Every fucking one of them. Like, the UFC needs to like come up with, they do UFC embedded and they highlight stars and shit, but they need to start doing like a dog fest video where these guys are Vegas says these guys are underdogs, but we don't know why, and here's why we think the Vegas fucking odds makers are stupid. And you just you just do free fights or whatever where these underdogs will just fucking killing these motherfuckers. And that's why I think this shit is intentional. Like Gray Maynard is putting together these great fucking fights. Great fucking fights, but they're not. You know, I mean, I think it also has to do with you used to be cool when you watched the UFC because not everybody did.
Yeah, that's gone away.
And it's just bullshit, these motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, it was the beer drinking, cigar smoking fucking degenerates that have been kicked out of half the bars in town. Yeah.
Well, you know how Ray Longo completely bullshits everybody about the condition of his fighters?
Yeah.
Right? Like, oh, he's back. We're back. Yeah, and then fucking... Anyways, every UFC sportscaster on ESPN is turned into that guy.
Yeah.
Kamaru Usman is the healthiest he's ever been. Joe Biden looked really sharp. Really sharp. You know, like, it's just... It used to be, like, even Dominic Cruz is laying back on some of his criticism. Dominic Cruz used to be the guy that, I don't know why this dude's fighting. His ankle was wrapped up in a fucking cast 3 days ago. And the other sportscasters would look at him like, what? Why would you say that?
Cruz is retired.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he retired. He was supposed to fight at Seattle. And
I'm talking about announcing. I'm talking about announcing.
Oh, yeah.
Being a sportscaster.
Yeah.
Like... Cruz was the truth, and he's starting to shut the fuck up. So I'm losing faith in the sport. And to be quite honest, Mikey, you, Rob, Wyatt's fucking commie ass, fucking all of you motherfuckers are really the only reason why I still watch it.
Yeah.
Legitimately. Justin Gaethje's spark is gone. Fucking Connor's gone. Stipe's gone. DC's gone. Masvidal's gone. Fucking, who's fucking left, bro?
I know I've talked about this before, but I think there's gonna be a gap generation because you have a lot of guys going out right now, and then you have a lot of guys that are really, really good between like 21, 22, and 25. I mean, they're all in that range, but they're not quite there yet. But give me guys from 28 to 35. Who the fuck is there? Nobody.
Dude, if I would have told you in 2015 that in a few years Charles Oliveira was going to be unstoppable for 3 years, you would have laughed at me.
Yeah. Hey, he believed in himself.
Well, it's not just that. It's just that the more superior talent died the fuck off.
Rob's in disagreement with us. He says he thinks that Jones should get a 6-month. Says I'm okay with Jones asking for a 6-month training camp.
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
With the 6 months, but I mean,
sign the fight though. If you're gonna fight in 6 months, sign the fucking contract now.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be talking about this in another 6 months.
With huge penalties for backing out.
Yeah.
And fucking, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what the future holds. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And then we got Jack Della Molina getting a freaking title shot. Nobody knows who that guy is. I mean, you guys barely know who the fuck he is.
Dude, he's been a bad dude.
He is, but have you ever seen them promote him? Not really.
No.
Maybe they do in Europe, I guess. I don't know.
Volkanovski loses terrifically to Makhachev.
Yeah.
And I knew right then and there he wasn't going to be the same. He took a fucking shin across the face.
Do you think he beats Diego Lopez coming up? I think that's 2 weeks away.
Is Diego Lopez the one with the mullet?
Yeah.
No. Yes. I think he beats Diego.
I do have Volkanovski in that one too. Yeah.
Volkanovski is still a buzzsaw. But he should stop fighting 155ers.
Yeah.
He doesn't belong in that division. He just shit. Do I think Volk could have beat fucking Conor McGregor at lightweight? Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, especially today's Conor.
I don't know. Today's Conor's probably been on the best HGH TRT that fucking money has to buy. Like his fucking muscle density is probably like Dan Henderson level wood.
Well, and he snorts a lot of cocaine, which a lot
of cocaine.
Performance enhancer. Nobody can convince me differently.
Hey, look, I've never seen him do it, so I can't confirm it for any,
Oh, Billy says Volk's chin is gone. He says Volk's chin is gone. He's taking Lopez by TKO.
Is he?
All right. You could be right, but that's a very interesting fight, and the odds, the odds reflect that. I think Volk's a minus 155 favorite. So basically even odds.
Am I misremembering, or did I hear something about Ilya Topuria relinquishing his belt?
Yes, he did. He's going up to lightweight.
He relinquished his belt.
Yeah,
to go up to
I think he could. Yeah, I think he just couldn't make the cut anymore. The weight cut, or he didn't want to.
Islam Makhachev is gonna fucking turn that motherfucker into jelly.
If those two, I don't know. I underestimate Ilya Topuria every time. I thought he was going to lose to Volk. I thought he was going to lose to Max. I thought he was going to lose to somebody else even. Like, that guy keeps surprising me.
You remember when the king, Bobby Green, I want to say that again loudly, the king, the motherfucking king, the man who has been in MMA since Bill Clinton's cum stains were still fresh on the fucking Oval Office carpet. I refer you to him. And he took that fight against Islam on about 10 minutes notice.
Yeah, not smart.
The reporter asked him, what was it like to be in there with Makhachev? And Bobby Green said, you know, I've been in this game a long time, since the Pride days. I've been in Japan and Malaysia.
And Braden Huff with the three-pointer from the outside. We're back.
And he says, I've moved with the best. Randy Couture, Dan Henderson, Anderson Silva, Chael Sonnen. Like, he's Bobby fucking Green. He's been around the block.
Yeah.
And he said when he grabbed a hold of Islam, he felt different. Not that he moved different, that he felt different.
Oh, the guy's like petrified. I mean, yeah, there's just no fat on that guy.
And Bobby Green went on to say, he's like, I couldn't really train for this guy because I didn't have enough time. And I don't watch film. But my coach said, if you're not going to train specifically for this dude, watch film on this dude while you exercise, And he said he watched an interview with Makhachev when he was in college age or something. And he was talking about how he grew up in this wrestling village. Like, it was specifically made to make wrestlers for Russia. And he said they were giving him vitamins. And then he said, I started thinking about vitamins. And then he said, I started thinking about steroids. And then he said, I started wondering what steroid use would do to someone who took it throughout their entire life, throughout a young age.
Yeah.
And he said, then I got in there with him. And now I know what it does. So, if someone like...
Look at Chris Cyborg. She's never been the same.
If the most interesting MMA fighter in the world, Bobby King Green, registered trademark, says that a man feels different, we got to take him over really at Topuria.
King Green is still knocked out from 2 weeks ago, Billy says.
That motherfucker popped up and was fine and laughed about getting knocked out before they even announced.
Yeah, I think he should retire though.
No. I want a 9-month steroid regimen, and I want Bobby in BKFC. I need Bobby in BKFC.
All right. Well, we're back in the game. I'm gonna let you go so I can cover the shots here. But hey, thanks for calling in, brother.
Thanks for letting me run off of the chops for 21 minutes.
No worries.
Love you guys.
Jason Kagan, everybody. And there's a 3 for Georgia from the outside. Misses. Sorry, PBR Street Gang. Jason went a little long. If you want to call back in anytime, you can call in. You can call in now if you want to, PBR, or after this half. So sorry about that. (53-34) Gonzaga with the ball. Battle to Nemhart. Down low to Huff. Back out to Battle. Battle's going to shoot another 3 in your face. I mean, that was not just a 3. That was a black eye. 56-53 Gonzaga. And there's a 3-pointer from the outside from Georgia, in and out, and Battle with the rebound. And what are they going to say? What's the call here? They're going to call Battle? I didn't see Battle do anything. Kane went flying, but I didn't see anybody do anything illegal. I don't know. Green and BKFC would be great. That could be interesting. Sorry, I missed you earlier, Phil. He says Shavkat is going to probably heal up from whatever injury he got and get the belt from that guy. Can't remember his name. Shavkat Rakhmonov. Yeah, he could definitely be welterweight champion. Georgia under the basket. Pass it to the outside to the big guy. Number 13, Dylan James. And a foul there. Please don't let that be on Ike. I don't think Ike's in there right now, but man, has Khalif Battle been a piece of this team today. I don't know that anybody expected him to be one of the leading scorers on today, but he's really came through for Gonzaga. Jeremy Stevens back in the UFC. Didn't notice he is back. Yeah, so I seen him talking about it. His wife was talking to him, and he said, hey, after the BKFC thing, said, hey, you got Dana's cell phone. Why don't you give Dana a call? So he does. He gives Dana a call, and he says, hey, I want to fight on this card coming up. I can't remember what city it's in. I think would be a hometown fight for James Stevens, which is probably part of the reason for coming back. And he was given two options for a one-fight deal. It was, and I think he wanted a one-fight deal because he wants to keep doing BKFC. He wants to fight with Mike Perry. So Dana offered him for this one-fight deal. He's like, hey, I can give you this much to just show. Like, this is your contract. Like, an example, we're going to give you $250,000. Win or lose, you get paid. And then there was another contract, which was less for the show money, but more if you win. So this is an old school, one of the newer guys coming up, a show and win money. A veteran like him doesn't always have to take these types of fights. But it was for more money. And just for an example, let's say, for sake of argument, let's say it was $250 to show, and then $175 or a $175 to show, $175 to win. Jeremy Stevens says, I'm going to bet on me. Screw the guaranteed money. I want show and win. And that makes me fairly confident in him. He knows what's on the line there. I mean, he's going to take this very seriously. So, and there is a lot on the line. There's, of course, the one win. You get the win. You have more bargaining chips for the future. Not just in BKFC, but also in MMA. Heard about that recently, says Phil. Connor is on the Colombian PED, says Billy. Yes, sir. I agree. Phil says, I think I agree with Billy on Volk's chin. I'm rooting for Volk, though. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I haven't decided whether I want to bet on that one or not yet. And then there's the other one, the Leon Edwards and Sean Brady. I was thinking about the Leon Edwards one, and Wyatt had messaged me, and he's like, it messaged me, I'm betting on Leon. He'd already placed a bet. I was like, man, I don't know about that. I don't know about that because Brady's got, his submission game is so special. I mean, he just submitted the guy that they literally call the boogeyman in a jiu-jitsu tournament. So I'm like, I don't know about that. Plus 140. Then the staff thing comes out, or what looks like staff on Leon Edwards, and Wyatt was able to cancel the bet for, no money lost or gained. He was able to just get his money back. Billy Hughes, he's back. Sorry, Caps, didn't mean that. I didn't see Caps. What, like caps locks? 2 weeks from today. Next two bets in Arkansas. First half money line and the first half over in Tennessee versus Wofford at 63.5 points. Nice. Yeah, 2 weeks. Let me look up a little bit of that card too. because there's some good fights on that card in 2 weeks. Oh, and McNeese defeated Clemson barely by 2 points. Clemson really came back and made it close. 69-67. Number 12, McNeese defeated number 5, Clemson.
The fact that he is a Clemson guy, so that was even more gratifying.
So, wow, that was very close. I believe I picked McNeese in my bracket, too. All right, Gonzaga with the ball on the outside, leading by 22. In and out, Georgia with the rebound. And Kane going to take it the whole way. Let's see what the whistle is.
All right, it's been a tough day for Georgia, but our best-dressed partner, Debbie Antonelli, picked up something here. Lemieux's got his shorts on backwards.
I'm so sorry to point that out. Things just didn't start well, right? For Georgia today, and everything feels a little backwards for him right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not 2 weeks from today. I was wrong, Bill. It's April 12th. So what is that? Today's the 20th. That's over 3 weeks. So April 12th, we got Volkanovski versus Lopez at UFC 13. That's the main event, though, not a championship bout. I'm a bit surprised by that. We also got Michael Chandler versus Paddy Pimblett on that one. We got Bryce Mitchell against Gene Silva. Those odds are out of control. I already put a bet in on Bryce Mitchell when the odds were way, way higher against him. We're also going to get Jeff Neal and Carlos Paredes. And look at this. Patricio Pitbull making his UFC debut against Yair Rodriguez. That's something else. I mean, I wish Pitbull had gotten to the UFC earlier, of course. But yeah, against Yair Rodriguez, that's an interesting bout. And Georgia misses. Gonzaga with the rebound, leading by 20. Prelims, though. Nikita Krylov, Dominic Cruz. Dominic Reyes, excuse me. Dan Ige and Sean Woodson. Yan Jingnan comes back. Oh, against Verna John DeRoba. Bet the fucking house. How is that a fight? I'm sure odds are going to be absolutely out of control, though. Jim Miller taking on Chase Hooper. That's another one. I got a hoop on that one. I'd like to bet that one. Darren Elkins, Julian Erosa. That's a good fight. Yes, that's a good card. But it's further away than I thought it was. I guess it's 3 weeks. Judging by the score, Georgia's making a bit of a comeback. A bit, and there's a three-pointer from the outside for Georgia. That's number 0, Kane, and they're within 17. Remember, Georgia's biggest comeback this year was when they were down by 17. And Gonzaga scores finally. Graham Ike, that was their first field goal of the second half. 60-41, Gonzaga. Wow, what a three-pointer from Kane. That's a halfway in between the three-point line and half court. If you want to make that money, take Pimblett by submission. I already bet Chandler, dude. I think Chandler's going to win that fight. You got Paddy Pimblett, a guy that couldn't beat, what the frick's his name? Nobody can remember his name. Jared Gordon? It's Gordon something, right? Was it Jared Gordon? I don't know. He got a gift decision. Why is he not fighting on the England card, though? That really doesn't make sense because they're going to England this next week, and they usually like to put Paddy Pimblett on that card and Molly McCann. Which Smalley's on there. All right, Georgia, easy layup underneath. 60-43, and they are back within 17. Here come the Bulldogs, the Gonzaga Bulldogs, and battle Georgia actually outscoring Gonzaga in the paint today, 20-16. There's a fadeaway from Battle, and it is in. And I know I keep saying it, but for Khalif Battle, this has just been an incredible NBA interview. And Georgia scores again. Nice little baby hook. 62-45, 13 minutes left in the second half. Gonzaga would love to just trade baskets with him for the rest of this game. Oh, and Ike gets the ball underneath. Double teamed. Almost loses it. Oh, what a putback for Ike, though. The missed three-pointer, and Ike was right there to put that back in. 64-45. And judging by the Volk versus Lopez for the vacant 145-pound belt. What do you mean no title match, Mike? Oh yeah, that's right. It's for a vacant. I don't know what I was thinking. And it's a very good fight. It's a legitimate main event. And Georgia scores 3, and the Bulldogs take a timeout. Georgia within 16 with 12-10 left in the first half. Look at that 3 from the corner. That's 2 threes in a row there for Kane. And Georgia will bring the ball up, down by 16. And there's a block, beautiful block there from Braden Huff of Gonzaga. They're going to take it back the other way. Battle, he is just money in the bank today. 66-48. Gonzaga, 21 points on the day for Khalif Battle. Chandler has a weakness with guys with a great ground game. Yeah, he does, but he just fought Charles Oliveira for 5 rounds. If Charles Oliveira couldn't submit him, do you think Patty Pimblett's going to? I mean, you could be right. I just feel differently. Chandler, for all intents and purposes, should be ruling the division, but for some reason, he just poops. I don't know, all the talent in the world. And he wants the fight exciting, and it's a bit like the Gaethje complex, honestly. Gaethje has more skills than what he generally shows us, but he wants to be the most exciting guy on the roster. Michael Chandler wants that as well. And honestly, I think Chandler wants it more than he wants a UFC title. He wants to come out there and put on the absolute best fight he can for the fans. And I'll tell you what, Dana White is definitely rewarding the guys that fight like that. And Gaethje even said it. He said, I could use my wrestling, but do you think I would be getting the kind of paydays that I am with that style? Is absolutely not. Gaethje has the same issues. Yep. You called the bill. Gaethje has the same issues. He puts in highlights instead of using his whole toolbox. Gaethje is a legend because of the way he fights, but if he used all, he would be a dominant champion. He could definitely be champion. What is the Miami card? Let me look at it. Wasn't Chandler a D1 wrestler? Yeah, so was Gaethje. The Miami card. Let's see here. Yeah, April 12th. That's Volkanovski and Lopez. Oh, and we got an off week, unless they haven't filled it yet. So they're in Miami April 12th, and then they don't have anything filled in for the weekend of the 19th. The 26th, you got UFC Kansas City, John Mahal Hill versus Khalil Roundtree Jr. And I don't think they're going to fill that weekend. I think there will be an off week. All right, guys, I'm going to take a quick restroom break. I will be right back. Oh, I get up for 1 second and I miss a three-pointer. Gonzaga 69, Georgia 48. And there's a free throw for the Zags, who built this back up to a 22-point lead. That's been Greg at the line, and he'll hit the second. Gonzaga within 1 point of their biggest lead of the game, 71-48 with just under 11 minutes to go. Gates wrestled D1 at North Carolina. Don't know about Chandler. Chandler wrestled for Missouri. It's Robert, University of Missouri. Thank you. And a miss there for Georgia. A fight for the ball. Wow, I think that hit like 6 different players. They were batting that up like a volleyball. 10:25 left in the half.
2 years definitely elevated some of their metrics and their numbers.
Good knowledge, Robert. Diego Sanchez versus Clay Guida fight. It was a barn burner. Rewatched the fight last night. And the Griffin Bonner 1 fight. Both amazing. Plus maybe missed the Mike Goldberg, Joe Rogan combo. Yeah, I always liked that combo. And I still do. I miss it too. And there is Kane with the jumper. Falling backwards. He's going to get the foul. And that's the one hole in Gonzaga's game today is they got a lot of fouls. Oh, and I would argue that one. Battle didn't even touch him. He fell backwards, but that's an invisible foul, guys. Blue Kane to the line for some fraudulent free throws. And he's going to miss the first one. That's what you get. These are fake free throws because it's a fake foul. 3 fouls on Khalif Battle. And good for him to be able to hold his composure. He knows he didn't touch him. Kane, you fake bastard. And he misses the second fraudulent free throw. Gonzaga with the rebound. That's Hickman bringing it up. Remember, winner of this game will face number 1 Houston. Braden Huff down low, posting up. Baby hook, and it's in, baby. And Gonzaga has their biggest lead of the game, 73-48. That's 14 for Huff today. And Gonzaga's shown that they got a lot of weapons. It's not just Graham Ike from the outside. You got Ike. You got to worry about Nolan. You got to worry about Huffman. You got to worry about Huff. You got to worry about Battle. You got to worry about Hickman. You got to worry about everybody on this team. Off the bench, you got to worry about Ben Gregg. Gonzaga, you know, they may not have had the best regular season, but I feel like they might be peaking at the right time. Silas DeMar at the line for Georgia. And he's going to hit the first one. 2005 to 2009 UFC. It was the greatest of MMA. What a year. Oh, yeah, for sure. UFC Pride Elite, XC, Strike Force, all running big shows. It was amazing. Yeah, what a time, right? I think we're going to have another time similar to that, but I don't think it's going to be for a while. Like I said, I think we're gonna have that gap. All right, 73-50. Gonzaga, 9:40 left in the half.
73-50 with 9:40 to play.
And Georgia's gonna bench Silas DeMar temporarily. What's up, Arcade Chaos? What's going on, my man? Done with this stream and the first donation of the day. Thank you, sir. And another 3 for the Bulldogs. That is Khalif Battle once again. 24 points today for him. 4 for 7 on 3-pointers. And what a play on the other side for Georgia. It's too bad they're still down by 24 points. And Gonzaga puts up a quick one. That's Braden Huff, number 34. Thank you, Arcade Chaos. Appreciate it, my friend. Wow, 78-54. What a quick. What's up, Evan? My nephew, Evan. In the crowd, everybody click on his channel. That's my nephew. He's, 20 years old, just starting college. He's got a sports channel. Make sure you guys go click on him. Go over there and subscribe to him if you're not already, and support him. What's up, Marcus? Boo, Georgia. Let's go, Zags. That's his brother. That's my other nephew, Marcus. What's up, Evan and Marcus? Thanks for coming in, guys. Chaos says basketball. Yes, we're watching basketball. All right, 10 up in the chat. Don't forget to hit that like and share button. Georgia with the ball. What an athletic move there from number 6. Puts it in. That's Cyril, 3 for 5 today. But it's looking like too little, too late for Georgia, as Gonzaga's already preparing, I think, mentally for Houston. Oh, Braden Huff. Nobody watching him. Nobody watching him. How can you not guard that guy? 80-56 Zags. Huff's got 18 today. There's a 3-pointer from the outside for Georgia. That's a miss. They get the rebound, and Silas with the dunk. Or excuse me, Cyril. That's back-to-back buckets for number 6, Cyril. And 58 for Georgia. We got another donation, Arcade Chaos. Thank you, sir. Guys, make sure you're watching his stream. He's streaming all day. Streaming day and night. Okay, it says go blue. Hi, Evan. Also taking the first half over in Drake versus Missouri at 62.5. Who's the underdog in that one? It's Drake, right, Billy? I think I took the underdog in that one. I think I took Drake to beat Missouri. Phone call? Yes, Arcade. Hit it, brother. Yeah, and this game is out of control. PBR, you can call in, too. I know you tried to call in earlier. So this game is pretty much a blowout. Let's take some call-ins. 425-791-8730. Yeah, Drake is a tough-minded team. Yeah, I think they could pull off that upset for sure. If I'd have realized the other Drake bet on Alex Bejeda, I probably would not have done that. How did Clemson lose to McNeese, right, Marcus? Well, they only lost by 2 points, but McNeese was up by a lot. They were up by, I want to say, close to 20 points at one point. They came back at the end, but yeah, McNeese just held on. Okay, Chaos, I got to make some salmon burgers. I promised my daughter after I'm done. If you're still on, I'll call you. All right, sounds good, brother. Thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you for leave that stream going in the background, too. If you want. All right, some scores from around the league. Not a lot of upsets today. But they have been there. Like I said, number 12, McNeese, over number 5. A slight upset. Number 9, Creighton defeated number 8, Louisville, 89-75. You had Purdue, number 4, Purdue defeating number 13, High Point, 75-63. Number 3, Wisconsin, whooped up on Montana like they were supposed to, 85-66. Number 1, Houston. Yeah, they started out the first 10 minutes a little shaky, but man, did they pour it on. After that, defeated number 16, Suey. I'm just going to say Suey because that's what it looks like. 78-40. Number 1, Auburn also blowing out their opponent, Alabama, 83-63. Maybe that's the one I was thinking of, actually. Auburn and Alabama, I think, was close for a minute. As I'd already mentioned, McNeese, number 12, McNeese upsetting number 5, Clemson, 69-67. BYU holding on. Number 6, BYU holding on against VCU, 80-71. Next game on the docket starts in half an hour. Number 15, Wofford. Number 2, Tennessee. 20 minutes after that, we got number 10, Arkansas, taking on number 7, Kansas. Number 13, Yale, taking on number 4, Texas A&M. Then we have the 11-6 that we were talking about. Number 11 seed Drake taking on number 6 seed Missouri at 4:35 True TV. Number 10 Utah State taking on 7 UCLA at 6:25. 20 minutes after that, we got number 15 Omaha against number 2 St. John's. Hey, what's up, PBR?
Hey, how's it going there, buddy?
Hey, good, man.
Just a quick shout out. I'm at work, so.
Oh, okay.
I just.
Hey, thanks for calling from work.
Well, basketball might not be my thing, but it makes the day go by a little bit quicker. You know, kind of like you got your buddies hanging out with you at work, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to give you a shout out. I hadn't talked to you in a little bit, and yeah, if work slows down or next stream you get, and I got some time, I'll talk to you then, buddy.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for watching.
Take it easy, brother.
All right, you too. Thanks. PBR Street Gang, everybody. Oh, Gonzaga bringing the whole team, but Georgia shutting them down. And there's a steal from the Zags, though. Ryan Nembhard cutting that pass off. He's had a couple of his passes cut off today. He's like, hey, why don't I show him what it feels like? Nembhard passing to the outside. And there's a jumper. Ajaya, number 1 Ajaya off the bench for Gonzaga. Oh, wow. Where? The ball's stuck up in the rafters. They got to push it up. That was way up there. They could have had a contest to see which team, each team pick a guy and see if they can jump up and knock it down.
Whistle on it, so if they put a whistle on it, they're going to have to upgrade it. Or if they review it, they're going to have to upgrade it. If they choose to.
See, he was just messing around. Why even waste the time at this point? We're in a 25-point game here.
Lucas Santos already looked at it, so now he steps away. Marquise Pettigrew.
McNeese did it. Yes, sir. Yes, they did, Dean. Arkansas versus Kansas in 20 minutes is the marquee matchup of the day. 2 Hall of Fame coaches going head-to-head. Calipari versus Self. Yes, sir. Yeah, that should be a real good game. I'm here. I got my phone. We're just not going to be able to chat with salmon hands. Yeah, don't get salmon on your phone. That's a good idea. And Wyatt here, finally having a positive betting day, and the Maple Leaf gangster isn't here. Hit that like button, fam. Yeah, he messaged me at like 5 in the morning. I have a feeling he was still up from the night before. I think a lot of times he's ending his day as I'm beginning mine.
Well, right on, Gene, right on, Deb, with that call, yep. And it is a flagrant one, as Marquise Pettigrew just let us know.
Oh, so that's a flagrant one.
Yeah, this is a good cleanup on the official's part.
For throwing the ball up in the rafters on purpose. Because, see, he's supposed to be passing it in. Oh, no, wait. This is a flagrant on Gonzaga.
Chance with nobody there.
Okay, I missed it.
Free throw shooter converts the first. Ike picked up that foul. And it's his third. So
And that's on Graham Ike, a flagrant one. Third foul on Ike.
second shot for Surreal.
And Surreal gonna hit the second to take it to 60. Well, get those stupid fouls out of the way now, Graham, because
And it will be Georgia basketball.
can't be doing that when it's close. So 2 free throws and the ball for Georgia. Got an entertaining question I'm willing to hear. Mike say the answer to what NBA player has broke the most backboards with their dunk ever. Oh, that's an easy one. Shaquille O'Neal. They had to reinforce the backboards for him. All right, Georgia with the ball on the inside. I guess I could have let somebody else answer that. But you did say it was for me. Post up inside, Georgia off the rim. Gonzaga with the rebound. Just 5 minutes left in this game. And Gonzaga keeps attacking the basket. They are going to take some time off now. Nembhard on the outside. Yeah, this is smart. You still got 10 on the shot clock here. And they're going to get it inside to Ike, who banks it off. Graham Ike having a heck of a game. That's 8 assists for Ryan Nembhard on the day as well. Back to a 25-point lead for the Zags. Daryl Dawkins destroyed a bunch too, Mike. Might be. Anyone familiar with Roosevelt Bowie? Is that the guy? All right, whistle on the play there. We'll see what it is. 10 up in the chat. Don't forget to hit that like and share button. Appreciate you guys tuning in for some March Madness. I know it's generally a MMA crowd, but we're starting to expand to a lot more sports. Because we got baseball season coming up. If you guys hang with us, you're going to have to put up a little bit of baseball. Braden Huff, 18 points and 8 rebounds on the game. On the day, he's going to take a seat on the bench. It looks like mostly bench players now for Gonzaga. Ike's still in there, though. And there's number 1, shoots it off. Here comes Georgia, looking to make this a little bit more respectable. Misses the 3, rebound Gonzaga. And Nembhard loses the handle. And it's Kane that picks it up. Oh, what a block on Newell. That's number 5 Innocente. They're going to say it was a foul. I'd like to see a replay on that. Well, look like all ball to me. 3:22 left in this game. Broken backboard, Sean Kemp. I'll pronounce it Roosevelt Bowie. You played for Syracuse. All right, well, I got it wrong. Good trivia question. If you cover the Mariners, there's a market team is huge in Asia for Ichiro days With him going in the Hall this year, should be a big turnout. Yeah, and I'm hoping that they would promote the channel a little more locally since it's a local team too. I don't know what YouTube will do for that. I got some business cards being made up. I should have been handing those out a long time ago. I had some when I very first started. I didn't really hand very many of them out. I don't even know what I did with them. Might have tossed them, but it gets some more just right back to the word of mouth. Little QR code on them. People can scan it and go straight to the channel. Anyways, he dated my ex's aunt, and I have a picture autograph from me, to me from him, and I'm still waiting on my Syracuse basketball that I won in an arcade with his autograph to come back on it. Oh, nice. That's pretty cool, arcade. And there's an Oregon Ducks commercial. Well, it's a whole NCAA commercial, but Oregon Ducks playing tomorrow. I thought about putting some money down on the Ducks when they're minus 260, but looks like I missed my window because they are like, last time I seen, I think they're minus 330 now. Which is it's just too much. Oh, minus 310. Okay. Well, still, I try to stay away from things that are that big, though. Minus 310. Yeah, they're playing Liberty. I mean, I almost never give points. I think I have like once ever. I always love to take points, but I want to see how many points are on this. The line's so wide. I want to see if it makes sense to give the points. Probably not. 7.5. Okay. I would probably stay away from that one then. Oh, and look at this already. Number 9 Creighton. So they won their game. Already scheduled for 9 a.m. Saturday morning against Auburn. Creighton's only a plus 310 underdog as the number 9 seed. Auburn a minus 410 favorite. And then also at 9 a.m. on Saturday, already scheduled, we have number 4 Purdue playing number 12 McNeese, who of course knocked off number 5 today. And Georgia at the line hits the first one. That's Asa Newell at the line, their star. I take the over for Gonzaga versus Houston if you get a chance. Mark, few teams have hit the over 10 times in a row now in tournament games. I can't bet on Gonzaga here. We can't bet on local college teams. Oh, speaking on Syracuse, Carmelo Anthony's son is playing at Syracuse next season, keeping the tradition alive. Oh, that's pretty cool. Nothing like a little nepotism ball. Yeah, I think we got all bench players in here for the Zags now. See, and I called Gonzaga blowing them out with my thumbnail. Go back and look at that thumbnail now. It's a big ass Gonzaga Bulldog mounting a little crying Georgia Bulldog from behind. I know, a little crude, but I thought it'd be funny. So let's talk about the next UFC card because it's pretty cool. This says, oh, I forgot. Yeah, let me bring it up here so everybody can see it. Because, yeah, this game is pretty much over at this point. Gonzaga makes another free throw here. And if I make this one, this is back to a 25-point lead. Yeah, I don't think I don't think Georgia's going to outscore Gonzaga by 25 points in the last 3 minutes. I really don't. If Zags play to this level, they can beat Houston and ruin a ton of brackets. Yeah, that would be awesome. Like I said, we might be peaking at the right time. They've got a lot of weapons. I mean, every single starter played well today. Ike didn't have to do it all by himself, as he's often the anchor. Braden Huff, I think, had 15 points or so. Khalif Battle, like 25-point game. I mean, he was the leading scorer. Hickman was hitting threes like nothing out of the gate. That was Joe Few out of Spokane, Washington, coming into the game. Hometown kid. Arcade says, I'm a Wolverines fan, but I like me some Syracuse. Nice. Wasn't Gonzaga a top 15 team to start the season? I don't remember. They were definitely top 25. I don't remember if they were top 15. Let's look at the prelims quick, see if there's anything worth watching on the prelims. There kind of is. Christian Leroy Duncan comes back against Andre Pulyav. Marcin Tybura and Mick Parkin. Mick Parkin, a favorite in this against number 8 Tybura. I think Tybura might finally get exposed there. Starting the main card, Nathaniel Wood, Morgan Sharir. That's a good fight. Molly McCann, she's always on these England cards, taking on Alexia Thainara. I don't even know who the hell that is, but they probably signed her just to get beaten by McCann. Gunnar Nelson returns. What about that? Gunnar Nelson, when was the last time this guy fought? It seems like it's been years. Taking on Kevin Holland, who, when was the last time Kevin Holland won a fight? That I also can't remember. Jan Blachowicz, getting up there in years, but, I mean, he's got a great opportunity against Carlos Olberg. He's already ranked at number 3. A dominant performance by either one of these guys gets them in title shot conversation for a shot against Magomed Ankalaev. Remember, Jan fought Magomed to a draw. And then in the main event, Sean Brady and Leon Edwards. Yeah, that could be a hell of a fight. And don't forget, it is UK. There'll definitely be some favorable decisions for UK fighters early in the prelims, but don't be surprised if it bleeds into the main card as well. And what are you stopping the clock here with 55 seconds left for?
55.6 to play.
Let these kids go get some rest. They're playing number 1 Houston in a few days.
Are you one of the millions?
Molly McCann's opponent took that fight like yesterday. Take Molly, huge, easy bet. Yeah, I was going to see if we have odds on that card yet. We should. Because it's coming up very quickly. I don't know why the odds aren't on the UFC side. Oh, we got to have odds. This is a couple days away. Oh, wow. Did you see McCann's an underdog? I'm going to have to do a little bit of research on that because McCann's a plus 170 dog, Billy. Alexia Tynera is a minus 205 favorite. That's really interesting. That's really interesting. And Molly McCann fights so well in the UK too. Odds are coming in on Edwards. He was a plus 140 yesterday. He's to a plus 130, minus 155 on Sean Brady, the favorite money. And then I was going to see if there's any other. Well, there's really nothing else I was really interested in betting on, but that's interesting. That's very interesting that McCann is an underdog, and that big of an underdog. Okay, I really got to look into this lady then. See what the odds makers are looking at. Alexia Tainora. I don't even remember seeing her fight. Having issues with my speech to text. I'm often having issues with my speech and my text. Yeah, that's what I got, Billy's plus 170. I'll mention it later. I'll mention it later when I call. All right, sir. That's wild. Feels like the Gaethje bet all over again. Smash that bet. Yeah, what a easy bet that was, huh? Seemingly easy. All right, and I would love to cover the next one too, Billy, but I gotta make dinner for the wife. All right, and they're gonna play out this final 45 seconds because they're legally obliged. Georgia hits a three-pointer. And Gonzaga is going to shoot a three from the outside. Hits the front of the board, but they'll get the rebound. 25 seconds left. And Gonzaga just playing keep away. 6 on the shot clock. Misses the three-pointer. Look at the rebounding, though, from the backup crew for Gonzaga. And they're going to hold on to win by 21 with the backup crew on the court. What a huge win in Kansas for the Gonzaga Bulldogs. Got to go work out, so I'm going to miss the next one too. You don't have TVs at your gym? My gym has TVs to watch on the ellipticals and the bikes and the rowing machine. Watch the Molly Camp video. She is shredded for this fight. Oh, really? Interesting. I'm going to have to check out that Alexia lady, though. All right. Anybody? Some people were saying that they wanted to call in. So call. 425-791-8730. We'll hang out for just a little further here. Only 3 of us here. 4. Yeah, that's also, I was saying that... probably cut this one, but what's going on for tomorrow? I have to go help my wife at the school tomorrow. So if I do anything, well, it's going to be the late game. It's going to be Oregon. We're going to do Oregon tomorrow night. Oregon Ducks. And that's not until 7 o'clock at night, I believe. Let me get the time on this. I want to say it's 7:10.
Ike in double digits when you guys collectively shoot like this. How much confidence does it give you going forward?
It gives me all the confidence in the world. First of all,
Yeah, 7:10 on True TV tomorrow. Oregon and Liberty. And I already backed out of. The wife kind of needed me at the school today, and I took it to stream this because I had already scheduled it. But I definitely have to be there for her tomorrow. There's Be It KFC tomorrow too. Oh yeah, that's right. Text you about the bets for the night games. All right, sounds good. If you will make a bet for me, I might have you bet on Gonzaga for me, depending on what the odds are. I might take the points if they end up being a decent underdog. I don't know if I'm confident enough to take the money line, but if I can get points, yeah, that'd be great. I always like taking points, almost never giving them. I'm a taker, not a giver, damn it. Gonna head to the gym later, fam. All right, have a good workout, Billy. All right. 6 up in here, still 7. Let's check out next week's, not next week's, but the week after UFC. We're talking about UFC cards coming up. And since there's 7 of you in here, let's do some of that. You can still call in about whatever, anything, everything. Where's my damn screen capture? Sorry guys, give me 1 minute here. There we go. Just looking right at it. All right, we just looked at next week's card. The week after, this is we actually have 2 before the pay-per-view we were talking about. Tennessee versus Wofford started on TNT, Mike. Just letting you know if you wanted to watch it while you cook. All right, thanks, Billy. Well, I think I'm going to watch Arkansas and Kansas while I cook. But yeah, either way, thanks. All right. UFC Mexico. So what is that? Like 9 days from today? They're going to Mexico. And they got the Mexican talent. Oh, Ishmael Bonfim coming back. And he's taking on Austin Hubbard. Remember Austin Hubbard? Oh, no, that's Vanderford I was thinking of. But Ishmael Bonfim, he's going to be a big favorite in that one. Jamal Emers coming back against Gabriel Miranda. Rafa Garcia versus Vink Pachel. You got to come heavy when you come to Mexico. You don't come often. What is like our second card ever in Mexico? Lupi Godinez taking on Julia Palestri. I'm trying to remember her too. I love watching Lupi fight. I don't remember this Julia lady. Christian Rodriguez, Melquizel Costa. Let's skip through some of these. Raul Russos Jr. coming back, taking on Vince Morales. So we got one Bonfim brother and we got one of the Rosas brothers. It's not on the same card this time. Kevin Gastelum and I am Joe Pyfer. What a fun fight that could be. Manuel Torres and Drew Dober. That's a firefight. And then our main event, Brandon Moreno, Steve Urseg. And I'll tell you what, guys. I know they don't have the odds up on there, but I want to say that Moreno is coming into this fight an underdog. And that's got to be that's probably going to be one of my biggest bets of the year up to this point. I just cashed in huge on the Gaethje fight. Me and Wyatt both hit it big on the Yan fight. Or excuse me, Weili Zhang. Weili Zhang defeating Yan Jingnan. I've liked the Chandler fight. I know not everyone does. But, yeah, I really like Brandon Moreno over Steve Erceg. Let me get the odds up here. Kelvin Gastelum's a plus 410 underdog against Pfeiffer, minus 550. Jesus. Yeah, I'm not betting either one of those guys in that fight. Yeah. Okay, Brandon Moreno is a favorite now. I think Erceg opened up the favorite. But Brandon Moreno's a minus 192 favorite. Erceg plus 160. I still like Moreno in that fight. I would take him at minus 192. I'd put up 100 to win, whatever that is, $55. Talking about another bet, I don't know how many of you guys are interested in it, but close odds, Jamal Hill and Khalil Roundtree Jr. That's an even fight, minus 110 on each. Also for bets this year, you got Bilal Muhammad at minus 245 taking on Jack Della Maddalena at plus 200. I think I like the favorite Muhammad on that one. And then the first big test for Bo Nickel. Bo Nickel's taking on Rainier de Ritter, who's coming off an impressive win. Former 1FC light heavyweight champion. This is a true test for Bo, and I think Bo wins, but he's actually bettable for probably the first time in the UFC. He's a minus 218. Rainier de Ritter is plus 180 on the dog money. I got to take Bo Nickel on that. Yeah, I got to take Bo. I know I'm only getting 50 for 100. Well, I'm getting 100 for 218, actually. I'm still taking him. All right, later, Billy. Have a good time at the gym. So waiting for Arcade Chaos to come back. I know he was going to call in here. Might have to catch you next time, man. Yeah, I think Bilal beats Jack. Yeah, me too, Phil. I just don't think... and I'm not a big Bilal Muhammad fan at all. But when you're talking about money, I just got to pick who I think's going to win. And I just don't see Jack becoming champion that night. Me too, Phil. Yeah, all right, guys. We will be back tomorrow at 7:10 Pacific, 10:10 Eastern for some more basketball. Oregon State Ducks playing Liberty. And we might get some BKFC in tomorrow. I got to look at times and stuff and see what we got going on. But as always, I love you. I respect you. And I'll see you.